Hello my bonny bairns and welcome to Not So Straight Talk here on Saturday the 5th of June with myself, Auntie Effie, Nomi Divine and currently stuck in her taxi, Jackie G will be with us later on. She better be because she's the reason we're bastard doing this.
Some say taxi, some say client.
How rude.
Usually Jackie's reliable. I always think it was a 99 ice cream cone.
Why?
Everybody's had a liquor. And she's a classic.
You're vital. You're vital. So how are we all doing? Remember, pop a wee comment in, tell us who's watching, who you are. I was like, I don't mind a wee bit of leg, but that was going to be a bit true. It wasn't actually showing that much leg. It looks as if it's more leg there than it actually is here, but I was looking very leggy. So just pop a wee comment and tell us who you are and what you've been up to. And also where you're from.
Jackie better her up. I've no squeezed myself into this dress for a while. It's like a bloody condom. Stevie Wonder could read my dress.
I know, it is very sparkly and bumpy. Have your tits get bigger?
I hope so. I paid good money for them.
Don't know, they seem to be very big this evening.
Maybe it's a bit thinner.
I get fatter, let's be honest. I think there's no denying it. It's why I'm sitting cross legs where you think that this isn't actually a bell, it's just my leg.
So it's not hanging like swinging cylinder doors. Everybody watches that, Fab knows that one.
Right. So I've had a message from Miss G. She says she's on her way. She fucking better be. So,
I'm on my way from misery.
How's your week been?
It's been quite eventful. A lot's happened in 1 week. Not even a full week.
So tell me what happened. We'll start with Monday.
Right, so
Sunday. We'll start with Sunday.
Me and Auntie Effie were meant to be performing in the second heat of Dragtastic run by Bar Pop. And then we got a phone. We saw a Facebook message. On Sunday there was a Facebook message saying there was a corona scare within the staff. They shut down. We didn't receive any emails, but we just put two and two together and thought, well, it's cancelled. So we were all a bit upset. And then we got a phone call.
On Monday, probably on rehearsals.
Rehearsals, just to say, oh, by the way, it's still on. This is what's happened. It's moving to our sister venue. That's great. Panic stations again. We're all preparing and we're going through rehearsals and we're thinking about numbers. Then 12:30, 1:45.
Are you 12:30 on Monday night, Tuesday morning, Monday night?
We get a phone call saying, no, other people within the entertainment team and staff are being affected with coronavirus. We're going to have to shut down both venues. The competition's not going to run the now.
Well, again, we'll let you know. I had just got to sleep. I had just got to sleep and you get a phone call to me.
I just told them not to phone me. They phoned Effie and I said, don't bother, I'm going to sleep.
It was weird. I'm going like, I'll let Nomi know when she wakes up. She's went to say, oh, thank you. And I'm like, aye, because you don't want her to wake up.
So the next day we just sat and chilled in bed. Mm-hmm. And then later that day, I think, I found out that we were all, well, I was especially, and a few other people were let go from my day-to-day job.
No, next day.
The next day. That day we were just feeling sorry for ourselves and feeling crappy. So we lay in bed.
And
I thought I had corona because I was getting paranoid, being like, oh, I can't taste, I'm feeling awful weak, I've got a sore head. Turns out I'm fine, all safe.
So Wednesday we went and get tested just to be
safe. We were all clear, all negative, never been so happy to feel a test in my life.
So that was good, then you got
Then later that day, there was meant to be a meeting at work that I couldn't go, so my friend texted me and informed me to say that we'd all been let go for up to 12 weeks, so I'd lost my job. Later that day, I got a phone call arranging and I started a new job today.
I know.
And then we decided to do this live, the day before yesterday?
I think it was yesterday.
Yesterday. So I went, cool, I've just finished the shift. Effie came and picked me up. We showered, shaved, buffed, creased, squeezed, pulled, tied, put wigs on. All because Jackie wanted some company. Mm-hmm. And so did we, to be fair.
Aye.
And she's not here.
Aye. She's coming though, but she's late.
So I think that sums up my whirlwind of a 5-day week.
And that was basically my week as well. Except on either Tuesday or Wednesday, we did go a nice wee tour of two of our Subzero Sequins venues to hand in some flyers. Mm-hmm. And I'll be doing another tour later this week with the posters.
Posters have arrived.
So if anyone knows anywhere that would put up a poster or take some flyers, pop us a wee message.
We can put it up.
And let me know, so that when I'm doing that this week, we can do that. But let's see who's watching. So, Francis is watching. Hello, Francis.
Hello.
He's already got his tickets. Him and Em will be coming to the Govan date
Classic.
of Subzero Sequins. They may come to another one as well, but they're definitely coming to the Govan date, they've told me.
Thank you very much.
So, Emma's asking what your new job is. Tell me about the lovely, glamorous lifestyle you're now going to be leading.
The glamour of working in a factory. No, I was under the illusion in a factory making knickers. And I got to talk to each other and there was crazy fights that didn't happen. So I left the glamour of a factory to go and work in Scotland's only theme park. Yep. Serving hot dogs, slushies, ice cream, picking up litter, serving the public.
Lovely. That's fine. Jackie's at Barris.
Well, that's nice. It's close, but no.
That's nice for you. Meant to be in the front, dear. And Lewis, you just popped by to hello. He's bought his tickets for Falkirk.
You bloody better than the reason we were doing Falkirk.
I know. So that's good. I enjoyed it.
I was going to go to the cinema and see it, but I got undercut and got a tag along of a child, so I didn't watch Peter Rabbit 2. It was alright. It was
no Cruella, but it was alright.
And when I heard Peter Rabbit, I got the right idea of rabbit. I was going to see a saucy movie. I thought it was a rabbit, no a rabbit. But the guy who plays Mr. McGregor was quite cute. But they've got fancy seats at the cinema. They're all big individual like lazy boy chairs. They've all got electrics that bring up your feet and move you back.
Oh, lovely.
As a ball head away, honestly.
That's lovely. See, can you tell that we're just trying to sort of like fill in time until Jack? I'm not talking about any topics or subjects until she's here, because you know she'll have a bloody opinion.
I got a special delivery yesterday that
was
very important to me. I got my... I should have brought it with me. So it's Anti-Saints, I think it's the website. No getting sponsored, but if you feel free. Where they put pictures of pop stars, movie stars, everything in the faith of Jesus on the Virgin Mary. And I got one of Jay McDonald. So I've got a St. McDonald candle. Do you know what it says at the bottom of it? There's a cruise for everyone.
And so what one's yours? Trades or the New Mind? And I suppose Track Like Country Park's just behind you.
Seems like Effie knows all of them.
The glamour has arrived!
Here it comes.
Oh, and the name.
What the fuck's she wearing?
Curtains.
You're sitting in an evening gown?
You came in
We've made an effort.
Why don't I try and get up these stairs?
Do you want to try the easy way and go round the
I
side?
think I should. Could you take my handbag?
Right, okay.
What's that, man? There's a breakable thing in it.
I'm going to have to get up now.
You can tell she's arrived.
Talk about Cruella. Indeed we do not. We have never had an argument or a fight. The VESTA Girls are going strong. We'll just get Jack into cover because we don't make Sally do the shite. Oh!
There we are, the glamour's here. Oh, I might leave that there because I think you might be able to see up my shirt.
And that's Emma got her vaccination yesterday. Now wait till you find a good angle.
Aye, I'll need a good angle.
Got vaccination. I got my letter in for my vaccination. I know. I got a letter for my vaccination, but I'm going to have to reschedule it because I'm booked that day.
Well, I've got a story about mine when you're done.
That's basically just the date that it gave me. I've got a booking, so I'm like, I'm no turning up looking like this to then drive and do a hen party. So
you don't need to roll up your sleeve at least.
I know.
So get this. So my dad's been going on and on and on. You need to go off your... How you been up? You're 35. Well, thanks for that.
Just rub it in.
You're 35, you should have had your vaccine. You're 35, you should have had your vaccine. And I was like, right, okay, I will make...
Inquiries.
Like, that's the word I was looking for. Feels like funny in here. Very short. Right. So, I made inquiries on the laptop, on the dot dash. Tried to down-drop it, but I wasn't getting anywhere. So then they found me. According to our records, you've had it. Well, why would I be asking? So, the next morning when I was at work...
How drunk were you when you got your wee prick?
I've not had a prick. For a long time.
I know.
So, the next morning, Track and Trace sends me a message. Our records indicate you've had your appointment, but if you've no, please phone. We'll sort it out. So I endeavours to phone, and I was 679 in the queue. They were going to update me every 20 seconds. I went, I haven't got time for this day. Then I went home, 45 phone calls from my fat father. Have you made inquiries? I went, I tried, but they're busy. I will try tomorrow. So, tried the next day. It took me half an hour. I was 479 in the queue, but it was doing quite fast. Then I spoke to somebody. Oh yes, I see here. So you're just phoning to reschedule because you're only one day missed. And I'm not any day missed. At that point I was raging. I went, I'm not any day missed. I've not had a letter. Oh, do you know it's a blue envelope? I went, the world knows it's a blue envelope. Even blind people know it's a blue envelope that's coming through the fucking door. So, right, okay, well, it might have gone missing. I went, nay fucking shit, Sherlock. So, it turns out the 16th of June at 3:20. And I'm not taking AstraZeneca, because knowing my fucking luck, I got blood clot in my deed in a fortnight.
What?
You're just back on my old throats.
Maybe too big, I've need to take them in.
No, I don't think so.
To be fair, in terms of the whole sort of blood clot thing, one, you don't necessarily fit the category, but two, in terms of your chance of getting a blood
Look at
clot,
that. That's a thigh.
in terms of you getting a blood clot, you've got more chance of getting a blood clot when you catch COVID, and more chance of blood clot for these sort of all these other things and all.
Uh-huh.
But if you don't want it because you're scared of a blood clot, then that is your decision. Just let them know.
No,
I don't want it because I don't do needles, but I'm going to get
well,
it.
see, I'm the same. My dad's, I know you know wanting it because you don't like needles and blah, blah, blah. I went, look, I will take it. I will brave it. I will do it.
Take one for the team.
Well, I said that before and ended up pregnant. It was twins. I sold one on eBay wherever you are. And the other one was an abortion baby. Couldn't have a hanger through it. See a bit, never mind. We don't talk about that. That's in care.
Just in case you are unaware, this is an 18 plus show. We are on air, but if I go to do the disclaimer, there may be strong language, strong views and all that shite. But Francis has got a question for you, Jackie.
Oh! Unfortunately, well, it's not really, because I've been at the hairdressers all day, and I said I wanted burnished beech nut, and she gave me natural conker. And she's cut it a bit short. If you ask me, I was trying to get a bit of volume. A bit of va-va-voom. And I thought, if they get va-va-voom, it'll open my mouth. So, we'll see how long this lasts.
I quite like it.
Quite like it.
It's a very Karen wig. Can I speak to the manager?
Oh.
No, it's very Sharon Osbourne.
I don't speak to the manager, I shout at the manager myself.
She knows him in first name basis.
Or don't you tag me in this, because everybody will come and watch in a minute.
That's lovely.
Do you know what's funny? As soon as you walked in, the expression mutton dressed as lamb came to mind. I don't know why.
Did it? Mm-hmm. And you're sitting there with tits that's one's bigger than the other?
I can do that. I'm a good 15 to 20 years younger than you.
Well, I'll get the right size. I will.
Well,
Yours is just your spag.
there's not kind of me hanging the right way.
Have you told the people about your wee Tourette?
No, we're going to talk about it later on.
Oh, thought you might tell
But
people about your wee
I
Tourette.
think people are aware that we're going to be Tourette.
Now,
We can't see. No goat to it.
could you take your
No.
unproportioned diddies and get 3 tumblers?
Well, see, before you do that, could you tell me about the wee Tourette while I find the button for the wee Tourette?
So, have we got an ad for the Tourette?
Oh, of course, we've got
Oh
that.
VESTA
my God,
Girls
there's an ad for the
Are
Tourette.
going on a British tour And we can classify it as British because we've got 2 dates in England. We are
Let's see if you can remember them in order.
we are bringing a full theatrical, camp, glamorous extravaganza cabaret show to the public. To you, singing, dancing, sketches, comedy, the full shebang. We are going to, maybe not in particular order, Belsill,
On the 12th of September, but it's sold out.
Falkirk,
On the 8th of October, tickets are available from the link below.
Have you told them about the dead glamorous one?
We're
The
doing
right
them-
dead
we're
glamorous
doing them in
one?
order.
Bells Hill. Could you get any fucking more glamour?
They're sold out.
Well, I know that's because she comes for them. She knows every cunt. But I'll tell you this. Did they write your number in your name in 3 different colours of chalk?
We didn't have a chance, we sold out before the could.
they can't spell in Belsill.
Well, that's true. They
Bathgate,
sleep with one another and cut their own fringes, but that's none of my business. Right, Bathgate. Oh.
Bathgate.
Who's your special guest in Bathgate? Is it the one and only in Royal? Think she'll make it?
We don't have any special guests.
Do you know?
No.
Oh, that's a shitey to it, that.
so after Bathgate there's Govan.
No.
Now, I didn't say it was in order.
Aye, but you were doing so well. So we do Falkirk on the 8th of October and Govan on the 9th of October at the Pierce Institute.
Then is it Bathgate?
Then it's
I've been at the Pierce Institute.
Araichok
Liverpool
on the 22nd of October.
at the Navy Bar. Then Blackpool at the Catholic Club.
On the 23rd of October.
Then we come back up. Then we go to Bathgate.
On the 7th of November.
And that's that. Just like that.
So that's it. So it's going to be fun. You can get your tickets at www.thevestagirls.co.uk. If you want a discount code for your tickets, if you go, oh no, you can't. I would say if you go to Auntie Effie's Facebook page, but I don't think it's on Effie's Facebook page at the moment. I think it's on Armando's page. So I'll have to get that sorted. But no, so actually we'll do it from here. Send the Best Girls a message if you can guess what one of the Around the World songs is. So the clue for it is the 2 props that I need to make for the Around the World song is a letter to Oxfam and a Peace Brigade sign. So if you know what song that is doing Around the World, probably message the Best Girls and we'll send you a discount code.
It's a Jelly Peace song! Hurry up, run!
No, it's
Go
not.
on,
It's the
Sunday,
Penny
wanna
Arcade.
You can't sing that in the Catholic Club, Mother of Christ will die.
You don't mind to see some of the stuff you're doing in that Catholic club.
See if there's nuns and priests. I'm not being your special guest that night, I'll tell you. Oh, Christ.
And it's
And I'll be
all
on
been
stage
approved.
getting banged harder than a drum at the Orange Walk.
My joke, but we'll let away with it because it's quite funny.
Because it's a Lane C. Smith joke. But we'll let her away with it.
Not
Because she's
isn't
quite
it?
funny.
It's Janie Godley's joke. Haha, up yours.
I know that. Well, and I know that Janie Godley has done it, but I'm getting banged at a Christian tambourine.
No, she's done both.
Aye, no, I'm.
Wait. Susan Lindsay Smith.
Where did Elaine C. Smith say it?
When she was talking about, was it Lindsay? When she was talking about the wee man on the cross, how the comedian done that. And then he also said,
But she never said anything about it. She wouldn't say getting banged. You've misconstrued that. Trying to say Elaine C. Smith's com.
stop fun.
You're burnt?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're sitting out.
I got
Take-
my
take-
pencil estate.
10 minutes. 10 minutes. She was out. For,
You've literally got a patch on the top of your shoulder here.
The one day I wear a t-shirt without any sleeves. 10 minutes.
Were you wearing a wife beater?
Aye.
Whose wife were you beating?
no, we don't have any special guests currently. We thought about it, but we can't afford them at the
We
moment.
can't afford ourselves to go.
Aye, to be
That's
honest.
how I'm not doing it, because I can't afford me.
Although we get a grant off the government if we took her.
Be a charity work for a year. We
Listen,
can claim it back in taxes.
But there's no space in the car, so
you'll need to be nice to me, because I'll see 2 weeks before you go to all your venues, I'll go first and take COVID. And then you'll all be shut down at every gig.
do you know what the sad thing is?
What's the sad thing?
I believe you.
Aye? And by God you should.
You know, there is just that wee part of me that's like,
Was that out there?
I think you would just spite. No, if I'm not saying you couldn't make a wee appearance, but at the moment, it was something that we looked at and thought about. Were we going to have like guests at each of the venues? And then it was like, no, because it's costing us enough as it is, without having to like split another one, and then if one venue sells out and another one doesn't, is that down to the guest fee to change, or is that down to just Sod's Law?
Well, sod's a bugger.
So
That's another story.
there's no guest at the moment, but that could change.
Aside from all you lovely people coming.
Yeah.
Is that how she couldn't commit last week because she was stolen in that throat?
No, but this. I don't even think I bought this.
Think she started a wee bit gung-ho at the bottom and then
Go.
and she thought,
I ran it!
I'm going to run.
But before I did that with your phone,
Tell me, is it because her tits are that big and she's just stretched it to the hilt?
See when the tits are out, it's like that. Then tits are in.
I think my tits look right big tonight. Just
And
them.
it's funny
You
because
always-
usually it's you that look right big.
Well, I do look right big. I've got a thing with chin. Somebody else is on the night.
Anyway, so let's talk about stuff. I feel that there was two things that I was going to ask you. I can't
She was
remember
going to
what it
get tumblers a minute ago.
was. Oh, I thought she was.
Don't know that camera doing.
So I'll...
That was.
She's I was going to say her figure's no bad at the back. Then she turns around.
So how have you been this week, Jackie, then?
Oh, fair to middling. Fair to middling. Battling punters and that work of mine.
Don't know. I mean, I miss punters.
I'll tell you, if one mere bastard phones and shouts at me because they've not got their dining set for their, out their back there, and they'll say raffia, but that's not the word. What's the other thing?
I would say Rafa.
Rattan! Rattan.
Rattan.
Rattan. I knew it would come to me. And if they phone up one more time and say, it was supposed to be here and blah 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 and blah blah blah, well, I don't drive the boat. I don't drive the boat. Nor do I make them, because people think that we're in the back making them ourselves. And then they say, how does this get built? Well, you take it out the boat and read the instructions. I don't know. I don't build them.
Was it just when you were younger when you went to Argos and it used to come down that street to jail and they thought they were building it and packing it up the stairs?
See, when I was wee, it was Index. That's another story altogether.
I remember Index is also a good pick and mix. And a better pick and mix than Woolworths.
No, your ass.
No, I loved Index pick and mix.
No.
Well, in the air it was better. The Index pick and mix was better than Woolworths.
I prefer the Index catalogue. The pages didn't stick together as much when you were looking for your toys.
Was there less Mill underwear models in the ones? Is that why they didn't stick
I
together?
don't know, I was looking for the toys. See this generation? Far too sexual.
Vile.
Far too sexual.
Vile.
We weren't riding men, we were riding our bikes.
No, you became mad seats for something.
Well,
So, this is a general question. I'm not going to mention venues, names for either side of it.
I think what she's trying to say is, Jackie, when I say this, don't fucking mention it.
Aye. No, I want your opinions
Did you get a
on.
friend at home?
I want your opinions on the situation and the question in general.
Where's the other bag I gave you?
It's not necessarily about that has happened. It was just so seeing that made me think about it. So, how do I word it? Do you think it's appropriate for a venue to ask a performer to do a gig for free as an addition, right? On a, we'll keep it just at that. Is it appropriate for a venue to tell a performer, okay, we'll do this one for free, and that's your addition, and then we might hire you later on?
No. If they want to audition you, then they go to a pub that you're in, they go to an establishment that you're in, here, Mammoth, and it wasn't Curly, so I knew it was something else. If they want to see you, they go and see you wherever you are.
Aye.
You don't go to them and do a free gig. That's like saying you want a job in a pub, right, so come in at 4 o'clock and do 4 o'clock to 4 in the morning and do a wee trial shift. That shit's illegal. So because it's well, you're a drag queen really, aren't you? I'm an artist. Because it's us, they seem to think that they can get away with that shit. But no, I would say no. I would say no. It's time we stood up and knew our worth. It's time we stood up and said no.
We need to learn the power of no.
No, I would agree with that. I understand that a lot of venues.
And I have and will walk away for a gig
Aye.
if the terms aren't right for me.
Aye. I agree, and I fully get that a lot of venue owners or managers may not have time to try and follow you around the country to see you perform. You know what I mean? But if you're not able to do that, either bring the person in on a closed thing, and it's like, here, come do an audition, same as you do a theatre audition, or bring them in with some sort of fee.
A subsidised fee.
You know,
Like your audition will be 80 quid if you get
you know what I mean? So you come and do this gig, but
Well, a subsidised fee, but you're not doing a full gig.
aye.
You'll give them a quick
45
taster.
Uh-huh.
You'll give them a quick taster. Because if you use all your good,
Aye, so
No,
why pay for the goods?
then what's the point?
So look, something like that, but there is. Look, I saw this because someone basically put a status up being like, just be careful because a venue, they never named the venue, is asking people to come and work for free on a busy Friday night, and not pay them, but if they're successful, they'll get paid later. Sorry, if successful, they'll then get booked.
Do you know what's happening in my brain? It's going, red flag.
Well, what red flag means, what stops a venue, and I'm not saying this venue was doing, but just
No
in
one to
general.
get done for advertising. Are you going to drink your straight eye?
She's working the more, I don't know whether I can have one.
Oh,
I'm gonna do that. Just get 5 seconds. Just think, man.
going to sleep again.
Rock stays on and so do the tights.
You'll need to take the tits out yourself.
And I think we've all said we've all done things maybe less in our way, and we've done agreements and stuff like that. But asking someone to see, even if you're saying, don't say it's expenses only because that makes it zero. Think in your mind, what would I be able to pay for expenses, and offer them some sort of fee, so it's still a fee there. Even if that fee only covers the expenses, at least they would offer a fee for it rather than.
At least we tend to make an effort on the bar's side.
I do know that years ago, when auditions were asked for and sought, that the acts went in as themselves, with no makeup, no costume, no nothing,
Right.
and just literally ran through their act and said, this is it, this is what you're getting, and they were quite happy with that, and that was happening in major venues in London. So I don't see what's changed. I don't see what's.
I don't see
It's
the
new
difference.
it's new the. Oh, let's see what we can get for nothing.
That was what annoyed me, is it's a very slippery slope from
Easy for you to say.
no slippery slope from supposed to stop for base 11. So if we use something like Speakeasy for example, it wasn't speaking a few of them. So Speakeasy are bringing for 6 weeks a different drag queen in to audition. They're doing it for free, right? For 6 weeks, then in week 7 you come back and do this and take your Sunday nights back over. But they've covered those sort of 6 weeks entertainment without having to pay your fee while they've got money and can afford it. That's what I think could end up happening in situations like that. These bars are just going to.
Or nowadays you say, I'll direct you to YouTube. There's my audition. Mind you, I've seen what you've got on YouTube and that's right.
I like the idea of audition or showing us something, because a lot of queens can walk in and talk a good talk and get themselves a gig through that
Oh, I've seen it with my
and
own
have
eyes.
nothing to back it up.
VESTA Girls.
No, but it's quite easy.
Hold on! Julie McGowan's wrote a fucking book.
It's one piece.
And what's that thing in the side
I
there?
don't know. Go on and get rid of
Get
it.
rid of that.
So
Don't
generally
close
not.
your
They
doors
may
and
tell
bring
us for waiting staff in restaurants. For fuck's sake.
If I had a brain injury, had none.
Right,
I was
illegal.
supposed to give you
Good
one.
tablets abused free labour. No chance with an act. They can get guest list to one of your shows instead. Yeah, like I agree with that. Like if you say you want to come and see us, if it's a paid thing, quite often we'll say, right, we can arrange a free ticket.
Yeah,
or something.
you'll waive one thing if you
Aye.
know somebody's coming. Aye, that's no an issue. Yeah, that's
right,
fine.
And I understand that maybe
Right,
venues don't have time to go and look at these different acts. That's fine, but
We'll send you a show reel.
send your show reel or book. My rate is X, but book me and I'll do it for this reduced rate right? Add an addition, but don't expect them to come and do the show for free. Because they're then going to get... So, I'll do this week, then they get you to audition next week and Noma to audition the week after, and just once they've ran out of people, we'll then pick someone that's likely to be the person that they've used before.
I'm glad we're doing this sober so we don't accidentally blurt out who it is.
I don't even know, by the way, because you know me.
We'll tell you later.
What I dare not tell to anybody, I will take with me to the grave. I've got a season ticket to the cemetery. Going to let me read the bastard things?
Sorry.
Mother of God. Now that's what's bullshit. All right, okay. You do again, you get paid if the annual edition. Go on. Yep. Totally agree. It's bullshit. It's. No slavery. That's another thing altogether. It's
exploitation.
That's it. Can't find my words in there.
No, like, and I do sympathise with the bar owners and the venue owners and all that, but we have to make a living as well.
But do you ever feel like, because of COVID, they're going to use it against you?
Aye. It's already
I'll
happening.
do you the favour, look, you've not worked for a year, I'll give you this for free,
Like,
get back on your feet.
Have you been getting the message?
But
can you reduce your fee because of COVID?
See you doing a gig for free, it doesn't put food on the table, it doesn't pay your bill, it doesn't keep the lecky on. So that saying will get you back on your feet is bullshit. The only way they're getting you back on the feet is if you're paying your fucking fee.
No, the best, the favourite word is, we'll give you exposure.
I think we've been exposed enough. Like, see if it was, if say it was something like sort of speakeasy or something that you were already working at. So speakeasy, I'm not saying, and please, if anyone speakeasy is watching this, don't try this. But if speakeasy phoned you and went, right, Jackie, we're opening on this date, can you do the first couple for nothing, or the first couple for this, until we can get it back up, and you know that you're working for the next 6 weeks, and that's contracted? Right, fair enough, because what you say is, right, okay, in that case, split those 4 weeks over these weeks and all that. But asking folk to come in and do it for free as an audition, not all venues, but a lot of venues will use that as an excuse to get a new act in every week and then start paying for the ones that they wanted anyway. And it doesn't get you in later on.
Aye. I was thinking about that there. No, I would politely say no.
Aye. Like, so with that,
unless it was a London Palladium, then aye. No.
Unless it was somewhere that you knew you were going to gain something for. But in Glasgow, I think I'd say no.
The venue wasn't in Glasgow, it was somewhere in England.
Right.
But yeah, like, I will help everyone out, and as much as I have a fee, we have a fee, and all that, it is semi-negotiable. You know what I mean? So if we say the fee and that, no, I'll say, well, what's your budget?
Do you negotiate?
Aye.
Oh, God, no.
I negotiate because sometimes it's...
The only way I would negotiate would be with a claw and a hammer. But
sometimes the difference is minuscule. Like, so if you get into a fee and they're like, oh, I don't think we do it, and you ask them what their budget is, once they know your fee that they've said no to, they know what they're aiming to get to. So if you can do it, so if you go, like, my fee's £100, and they go, oh, we can only afford 50, you're like, could you squeeze it up to 75? Right, if you know you can do it for 75, then rather than being, oh, my fee's 100 and you're sticking to it, and then someone else comes in and says they'll do it for 80, or they'll do it for 70 or whatever, and like, our budget's only 50, but if they're 100 and they're 70, fuck it, we'll just pay the 71.
I see where you're going there.
Aye. Like, don't make the person, there is things that we turn down, but if you come and go with us, we'll come and go with you. So I was talking to a venue a couple of weeks ago that I worked at previously that were asking me, would I come back for a couple of weeks just to give someone a hand? And I'm like, okay. Okay, how much is it? And they're like, no, how much do you want for it? And we'll see what we can do. I'm like, no, what's your budget? Because I could...
Aye, you could say anything.
I could say, no, what's your budget, right? and me and this venue owner, a venue manager, worked out, okay, well, this is how much it's going to cost me to get there, how much my accommodation is going to be before I make any money. So there's that. You know how much I charge per night. So, and that's that plus travel accommodation that I would charge. So, can we do it for this figure for both the nights, every weekend, for a couple of weekends? And he's now away to his bosses with that figure. Now, if he comes back and says, we can't do that, we can give you this, depending on what that figure is,
you'll think about it.
you know what I mean? But I'll come and go with people. And it's worked in my favour as well, because I'm doing a charity event in July, covering for another performer who'd quoted and agreed a certain rate, phoned me and she went, right, so that's what it is. She went, now I know I agreed such and such with this other performer. How much is it for you? Is it went up or down any? It's never going down once the price. I've agreed. And I'm like, well, this is what my rate normally is. But because you've agreed this price with them, and I've agreed to come in and cover, and at that point it was likely to be one of the first live audiences that there was going to be, with the way things have been, I'm like, I'm happy to do it for that. Do you need me to stay after that, so cabaret, but, and talk to your people, get the charity event?
Right.
And she was like, oh, do you mind? I'm like, no, it's fine, I'm there anyway, the shit's on. And she went, well, how much do you want for doing that? I went, oh, don't worry about it. She then phoned me back and went, okay, since you're doing all that, we want to offer you this amount. So I'm now getting paid extra because I was willing to sort of come and go with them.
Aye, I've done that at charity gigs as well.
You know what I mean? Jackie's like that scene from the Joan Rivers documentary, like for £100 I'll turn up. For £150 I'll tell some jokes. For £200 I'll give you a song or two.
For
the full fee, you're
I'll
getting the
change
full
every
shebang.
5 minutes.
I'll be there early, I'll do extra numbers, I'll mingle, I'll take photos, but you'll only give me 50, I'll zoom you.
Aye.
You can negotiate that way.
I'll phone you and you can put the mic to
Like,
the
we want a
phone.
drag queen for a bit, what's your fee? You know what can you pay me? £100, right? I'll turn up. That's how you want me to do, I'll turn up. Right, we need you to 50, right, you're getting the full shebang.
Jackie, fuck off. No, you, that other one.
What is the other Jackie saying?
Just saying that needs to be my first and last drink.
She needs to mind her business.
She read the go songs.
You might have fired yourself out it, but you're not.
No, I didn't have a platinum.
Oh, did you commit the sunroof?
I went the sunroof.
That's why she's still hanging on, because you've left her with a big dirty scar. Aye.
Yes.
That's why she thinks she's still the fucking boss.
I don't have a birthday. I've got the anniversary of my escape.
So, aye.
So,
You said end of July. You're already booked for the thing at the end of July, so watch yourself.
it's the very end of July.
Fucking better be.
But it's the very end of July, and I've then
Yeah, we're
had,
going to a show.
and we've then had, at start of July, we've then had, since then I've had 2 other people message me for the exact same date, and I'm fucking raging. But it's the way
you
it falls.
can't cancel one
No,
because another's extra money.
No, I'm not.
Because you can't chance that if they find out.
No, but I wouldn't do that anyway.
It's
And it wasn't even like it's confirmed booking. It was things like, oh, we're doing such and such in this date. Are you able to come down? I'm like, no. I went, I'm already doing that. I went, so that's a Saturday. If you're still doing something the Sunday, I can, rather than staying, as I was planning to stay there on the Saturday night to make it easier, I will leave that gig at midnight and drive down to Liverpool or drive to Manchester or drive to... But I'm not available on the 31st. I'm booked. But I am going to have to go and use the facilities, so I'll be back in a moment.
She's going to throw a minge over the buckets.
See, I don't like saying that if I was here, because then you go, that's my line!
But it is my line. I quite like that shoe.
I wear these...
It's a sad day when it's only the shoes.
I wear the black ones. I think you've seen me in the black ones before. Maybe.
So how's your week been, other than work?
Fine.
Did you hear my rant about my week?
No, because the taxi driver had Aswad radio or whatever it is on. We wouldn't even get dry coal.
Jane McDonald's version. Look it up.
By the way, the world never asked for Jane McDonald's version, but it's fucking marvellous. Nobody.
Or Let's Get Loud.
No.
Let's Get
Oh,
Loud.
that's a thing. Nobody even asked for that version.
No.
Nobody asked her to sing that at all. But I'm thankful she's gave us it.
I do love the fact that she sings the kind of songs that just don't fit her, but they work. I'm 2 chapters away from finishing her book. I started last night and I'm nearly done.
I've got the audiobook.
No, I've done it old fashioned, I read it.
See, you know, I like to listen. It's her that's reading it as well. Have you got audible.co.uk?
No.
Well,
But I
sign
had my
up
candle beside me with my book.
if you do. You can't afford the like it.
No, but Jane McDonald candle?
Oh, aye. There's no point in walking salty because they can't look at you.
No, I was thinking.
Mother, think, is that what you do when you think? I dread to ask what you were thinking. Hold on, she's working out how she's going to get back up
One
the stairs in
step
the
at a
bungalow.
time.
One day at a time, sweet Jesus. She's going to put her flat shoes on.
No.
What are you going to do then?
Never you mind, I'm going to go. Carry on talking.
Professional.
Professional.
I've been slightly obsessed with Jane McDonald recently. I bought tickets to see her, I bought her book.
When are you going?
July.
July.
In Edinburgh. And I've prepaid for a gin on arrival.
The gin and arrival. Do you think you're going to need this gin to kick her in?
Oh no. I just need the gin because when she gets to a sad song, considering the year she's had,
Oh,
I'm going to bawl my eyes out.
she's having a wee moment.
What was that?
I said she's having a wee moment.
I'm having a wee moment, yes.
She's having a faggot because she's coming.
Ooh,
If you push them up any higher, they'll be in your nostrils.
they're not even that high, look how high they're.
That's eye.
That's where boobs are meant to be.
No, this is where boobs are meant to be.
That's not even boobs, that's just you put your specs on and all the fat's rolled up.
That is not, look, that is a cleavage.
We'll get done for indecent exposure.
I'm like Cat Slater, turned into a slag. Cat Slater's my spiritual animal. But no when she's with Phil. Don't like that when she's with Phil.
So me and Effie will be going back to Barpop on the 22nd for our heat of Dragtastic.
22nd of June.
This month.
Oh, because it got cancelled, didn't it?
There was a COVID scare.
A COVID scare. I will tell you who's got COVID. My Tony.
Is it?
My Tony. I messaged him earlier and I says, excuse me, you big muscle Mary, are you out and about this night? And he went, no, I'm recovering from COVID.
Having a little bit too much fun at the gym.
That's what I was thinking. Licking people at the gym's not what you're meant to be there to do.
No. That's real.
I think he's going to the gym because it takes a look after the ginger. Because now we stopped tying it so
If you're ginger, you need to be either buff or...
well, you need to have something about you.
It's the freckles
Do
that
you know
will come
what I
with
mean?
it. And yeah.
I don't think he's freckly.
He'll have them on his arm, he'll have them somewhere.
No, I've never seen it.
Well, you're ginger, we can see your freckles.
I am not ginger. But I've got freckles. I cover them up with a good foundation.
No, I've got a weird freckle on my palm. Right, now, conversation's got bad when we're fucking talking about freckles.
She's got a fan, but it has nothing to do with me.
Well, you wanted this live, entertained us. You got any topics? Anything took your fancy?
Well, I thought
You
we
seen
were
any
going...
drama and conflama?
Normally she gives you a list of topics and she never gave us a thing this time.
But it was very last minute.
It was 2 days ago.
And it was your suggestion, so you should...
Was it
provide-
my suggestion? I don't think it was my suggestion.
Doing it today was. You could please provide a topic.
I'm going night shift next week.
Oh, enjoy.
So's it, well, it's just Monday, Tuesday, so's it the way who's going past the audit. At this minute in time they're failing, but it's one of my...
Right, before I left the factory, we were doing our 5 S's training.
So have you left this back?
No, we got let go
Let go.
for up to 12 weeks.
So nobody needs a mask anymore, is that what they're trying to say?
No, so in our factory it's constant improvement. So they're constantly evolving and changing how they do things. So there's a new mask we're going to make that the machines haven't arrived to make yet.
This sounds like bullshit to me.
There's new machines arriving to make the masks that aren't arriving for up to 12 weeks. So we were just making masks and storing them for no reason. So we were overstaffed and overworked. So they just,
Literally, 12 hours.
So they just said, we're letting people go and up to 12 weeks, we'll bring a few people back now and again.
So I think you've got a new joke.
Yes.
What's that?
And the glamour of Scotland's finest theme park.
Scotland's only theme park.
She going to something like that.
For the third time in my life.
And what are you going to work? Nobody waltzes.
Pulling slushies. That's what it's doing.
The fucking glamour.
Who knows tomorrow after we serving a foot long?
As long as you're serving it. As long as you're serving it and not taking it.
Only take the job
You
to
said
check
as
out
out of breath as I was getting up these stairs.
Aye.
only took the job to check out the hot guys.
So, and will there be people allowed in to buy slushes?
It's an outside stand, so I was...
Oh, your hair's going to be off frizzy.
Sorry,
Yeah, hairnet.
I was trying to reply to that, you let me reply. Yes, I do, which means because I've had this, the van will be staying here and I'll be getting a taxi home and then pick it up in the morning.
We're having a Jen Mikhail moment here.
Well, you've only had 2 sips.
I know.
Who's she anyway? The fucking police?
Worse. My
The
mother.
Well, at least mine's is deed. 13 years yesterday. Unlucky for some. I didn't
Right.
think that was appropriate, but it's funny now I think about it.
Right, quickly put another vodka for it serious. Rosemary, I love you.
I was actually fine, it was alright.
She was out of tits.
There was a lot happening. There was a lot happening in the work, and it took the focus right off it, I'll tell you.
Is the
But-
range looking for people?
I can't tell you what the gossip was, because
You can tell us later.
We'll
Okay,
tell you
good.
we'll tell you what drag queen and Barrett was.
Oh, right, okay. So was they directly used?
No.
No, it wasn't. So, the question was asked as a sort of general question.
Right.
The reason I thought of the general question was because another drag queen had posted up a wee warning like, be careful, there's now bars asking you to work for free to audition,
Right.
and the person who runs that bar or owns that bar, although they weren't named in the status,
Right
decided
between the lines.
to comment and defend themselves,
Hold the bus.
which made the matter worse.
You just did that, didn't you?
I tried to keep...
When alive. But you blew it right in my face. Did you have a baguette that would tune on it?
No.
Are you sure?
Anyway,
So I was trying to distract because you're about to tell who it is.
I'm not going to who it is.
Because you were getting right into it, and I thought she's going to slip who that is. So I'll distract.
So that's what the situation is.
Is there any topics you would like us to discuss? Because I feel like we've run dry.
We've not been together in a month, and
That's
I feel
very
like
true.
there was something else that I was gonna sort of like say without going. Let's pick topics. I'm sure if there was something else that was gonna be like. Oh,
She's
okay, that's
never
about
said
this.
let's pick topics in the whole time we've been doing this. We've been sent a fucking itinerary.
Okay, so rather than me picking topics and no, I've asked you. Has anyone any topic suggestion? No one ever
Look
bothers.
at sitting there with a face like a flower. Cauliflower.
Well, that was a good angle for the chins there.
I know, by the way, I'm telling you. I had to take a selfie earlier, and I literally had to get a bit of string and dangle it for my big light in the middle.
That's how you tell your class. Still got a big light.
The string and the light, that was it.
So that's why you were late. Nothing to do with your taxi.
No, it was a taxi. I found that if you phone network, they don't come anymore.
You're bad.
No, I'm not bad. Just that I'm bad for Glasgow private high, but that's another story altogether. But network's normally fine, but they don't have enough drivers now, so I had to Uber it.
Oh.
Last week before we got sacked from other job, I waited 45 minutes for the taxi.
Right. And I know you said went live, but I've turned it on, but I couldn't listen because the driver has Aswad radio or whatever it is on,
Right.
and it was an offy tune.
That's fine. We only went, so we delayed it to begin with. Going, right, we delayed 15 minutes.
By the way, they sit and talk about you, really can't catch you with the fuck is you, but they don't text you with the fuck are you.
That's your responsibility. We're here. You should be here.
I've not signed a contract.
Near free. We don't need.
I mean, to be fair, we did say make saying the doors open. So that that's your thing to say, oh, by the way, I'm going to be late.
But see when I read that,
Aye.
I thought, what app am I on? Am I on Grindr or am I on the other one? So I wasn't really sure what was on there. Because I was reading it with one eye, because I had poked myself in the eye with a mascara once.
Oh, well,
that looks a bugger.
And then you go try and catch before it drips.
Before it drips, one eye. And do you know what? See if it drips, you can't cover it up. You need to demolish your whole face to get it off. No matter if you powder it, if you water it down, it's a bugger.
It's sweet enough for you. You use that dermal and stuff, do you know? I mean, that'll cover concrete.
Listen, I don't sit and give away your beauty secrets. Beauty secrets, so there's a lot. So
No.
don't give away mine.
I just mean you.
I have literally
It's very
exfoliated my face, put a lick of moisturiser on and a wee bit of lip gloss.
Oh,
And
no.
you just...
So your skin was so perfect.
Because it is.
I don't know what
Because
dermaplane you were using.
I'm using the new...
She cleanse, tones and moisturise. Yeah,
I
know
don't
the fuck-
tone because it's pointless.
I don't know what the fuck.
But I
toning
do
is.
use Origins and Origins checks and balances.
How you ladies about waves? About getting wet?
That's no Pac-Man. No, that's
No, I
not
think
it.
it's meant to be waves.
Do you mean cruising? We're back to Jay McDonald now.
And where to be cruising. That's another story altogether. They
On a
will be
boat?
they will be cruising on their Tourette.
Did we well not? Although there is part of me that would like to. I don't want to use the word trick, but trick Sally into a wee drink at trades
Which trades?
when we go to Blackpool.
We'll find out.
Oh, why when we go and see the Kerry Dupree?
Kerry Dupree. So first of all, we'll trick Jackie into a wee
I
drink
put
at
that on
trades.
the manager's wall. I'm going to see this person. I need that off.
That's good.
1 month notice. She went, could you wrote it any bigger? I went, I could have wrote it in your face, so shut it.
We got a message 2 days before. I can't come. Since she's half sick and I'm
Oh
the one that
no,
can cover.
oh no. By the way, it'll be me that'll be half sick if I can't come.
Got the COVID.
Oh,
We'll need to delete this after it because I've said that live.
there's going to be a third wave. So how do you feel about that with a third wave?
Oh, is that what she's talking about? Talking buggery well English?
I
No
know.
pictures?
There's no World War II. You
I
don't
bet she
speak
can't
in
even
TikTok.
colour in the lines.
I think there's going to be a third wave. I just hope they handle it better. What concerns me is they're just going to keep going, then, third wave, and we're going to be locked in again. And you know when it's going to happen? It's going to happen the fucking 11th of September, the day before we start the tour, is when they'll shut everything
Tourette.
to
I had the Tourette's.
Did you? Did you say fuck a lot? Look at that. 45 in the girdle.
Who's
We
your
can
kid?
only hope.
Did I see a girdle under here? There's a mere wee small spank. And his name's Jimmy, he's up the back, he comes in there again.
You're not going to go pee now?
No,
No.
I'm just storing it up because what had happened was,
Ed,
see
I
how,
think we'd roll down.
see how, no, see how we're nearly men, nearly mom and
Oh.
and I sat in it.
Aye, this one need to be a shot. When I ran out of the house in a panic this morning, put on the wrong underwear. I put on a
Again.
I put on a pair
You
of
put on the wrong face, but you never went back for the right one.
I put on a pair of edible underwear and I'm sweating a bit. It's starting to dissolve.
Oh, well, it'll dissolve. She doesn't wear the dissolvable one. Do you know what one she wears? The one that's all the candy that you bite a bit after and you ping it at people. So see when hers starts to melt, it just goes ping, 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 and you got the wee bits of candy lying all over the place.
I couldn't think
Don't
of
give away partner secrets.
I couldn't think of anything worse than seeing a man in that.
I mean, even a woman. But do you know what would kill me, right? It's always shaped lovely, but it would be the pubes coming out the corners there, and you think, I've got to eat that in a minute.
No,
Can we just say
but
they
also,
thought it would? Can you not just keep it inside the lines?
it'll be coming through the middle of it as well, 'cause it's just lines of it. It's not as if
We
there's...
do apologise. Got a little carried away.
Don't apologise in my behalf. Right. New idea for a show that refuse to ask questions and emojis. No, we'll just not be doing that.
It's no ancient Egypt. We don't need cryptics. I
You
can
mean-
barely read
You
English.
mean
as
pyrographics?
Whatever. I can barely read this.
Pyrographic.
That's it.
Pyrographic? What the fuck's a pyrographic?
When the pirates done them.
I was getting,
Oh,
mixed,
made it a
I was
fire?
getting mixed up with hieroglyphics and pyrotechnics.
Oh, right. Oh, remind me of that as well. We need to check what venues we can and can't use pyrotechnics in.
As long as I'm in a nipple pink and a fog, I'll be fine.
Can I just say pyrotechnics?
Hi.
One of them, fucking Sally Sargent was standing behind the curtain with one party popper.
No, the smoke machine just me and Effie at the side stage smoke. Laughing at him.
Blowing it out the back here.
Get somebody, get the bait.
Oh,
Eh,
I'm no one you to singe your hair in the road by. Because she's old, she's not got that much hair.
I would shout at you, but it's true.
I know. Can't get shot for telling the truth, I said this before.
I was going to say some kind of word. Oh, have we had any news?
Now
about
do you
the
see the point, Nate Charity?
It's a HRT patch and the minestrone soup. One time!
Is there any news about the wee incident in your street?
She's no the bathroom.
I know.
Slipped.
On the way here, I found out that some house in my street was up on flames. And there's
What?
lovely firemen out, but I don't know.
No, I can't. I don't find firemen attractive, and I'll tell you why. My father was one.
Oh,
Uh,
And see when people say, "And what does your father do?" Because I only know posh people. And I say, "Oh, he was a fireman." And they'll go, "Oh, was he? Was he a fireman? Oh my God, was he a fireman?" I went, "Aye, but calm yourself down. He wasn't a calendar fireman. He was a fat ugly one."
see, to be fair, I've never met a hot
And-
fireman in Britain.
And he was that fat and unfit that he
to be in
learned.
the pool.
No, he learned. That's obsolete. Health and safety at the work. They had to. He learned to drive, and he was driving the fire engine, right? But what I've always had a vision since he told me, I drive and I don't put out fires anymore. And I said, so what do you do when they're in putting the fire out? He went, I sit in the engine and press the buttons for the water and the blah blah. And I thought, aye, that's what he does. He sits in the van behind the steering wheel, with the engine, sorry, not the van, behind the steering wheel, pressing buttons with one horn. The wee woman's house is burning down, burning to the ground, it's got to be a crisp, and he's smoking a fag. You know, there's an irony in that, isn't there? There's a fucking that. So my whole life, whenever I've pictured of firemen or running in for either side and
Just picture-
clipping things onto the side of the engine and running about and all that, and he's like that. Shh. Oh, ready? Right.
Oh, my lighter's broke. Wait there,
Aye.
go.
Water on. He's like, oh fuck, wait a minute, I've got to flick this. Oh, sorry!
Now you need to get that house now.
That is literally what I see in my, the wee woman, I can just see the wee woman standing there with a cat in her horns like, my house. As the Roman blinds and all that, they're all melting and all that, and everything's gone, and the wallpaper's sliding out the front door and all that, and he's like, not never the fuck. He's like, how long have they been here? Is this over time?
I never knew so many neighbours had dogs, did they?
Oh.
Do you know that when something happens?
Oh,
they
with
say,
Aye.
the fucking, it's like a teddy or something behind them, they're dragging.
And you've always got the one that's no got the dog, and she's trying to work out how she's going to get it, because I didn't look that.
I'm going to the show.
I didn't look that, right? And my mother always went, watch this, there's something happening, Mary will be out. Mary comes out with one single crisp packet to put in the bin. Puts it in the bin. She goes back in. 5 minutes later, she comes out with a milk jug. Now she's poured the milk into another milk jug, just so that she'd have an empty milk jug. She walks out. Oh, is there something happening? I didn't even know. Didn't know a thing. Puts it in the bin. Mother went, she'll be back. 2 seconds later, what was shoot with?
I got biscuits.
Things out the freezer. This has been in that freezer for that long, and you've chose this time to begin rooting through your freezer. But the good thing was, it wasn't her that was in the freezer. She was at the window watching what was going on.
Touch twitching.
She'd Pat in the freezer. Pat, go in there, get me into the freezer so that I can take it to the bin.
take the food at the door, I paid good money for that.
Oh, I'll tell you. She was
You
mental.
feel like your pensioner cut her twitching there.
Oh my god, have I got you green?
You did have two neighbours that thought were traffic wardens standing. So we come in one side of the street and it blocked the fire engine.
Right.
Let Neil Merch run up and get our staff
My
and that.
dad wouldn't have been in that because he retired. He's now running about Wayne's with Cordia.
Can you explain
Oh,
that? 'Cause
aye.
that sounds dodgy.
Well, he picks them up at the school and he takes them either to the foster parents or the social work to see their real parents, and then comes and tells you all the stories that he's no meant to tell you. And goes, see the foster parents, do you know how much they get? And lays it all off and goes, I don't even think they like the Waynes.
I would do it for the money.
I said that, I know, but
I wouldn't pop
it's
on
a
that.
bit tedious.
So drops off, burrow down thinking, I'm going to have to try and build around here, and then like, there's all these sort of cars coming like behind you, who are getting up and then burrowing around, like, I'm taking up a space here for people to burrow. So I burrowed,
And she's like taking up her space.
went round and came the other way. Right, three different folk, telling the right, telling the,
Three different folk.
three different folk, look, it didn't bother the street, telling that, and I went, I'm going to insert number, because I'm not say it to pick someone up. Oh, fine then. She was that disappointed, the fact she couldn't get to turn me around.
Can I just draw the viewers? She's got a very cheap motor because she did that. Did you notice that? Everybody else just presses the button, but she still runs
That is
it
a
too.
car like that. That's what we call in disco dancing.
Because we're now in the branded
See when we
van.
do that? It's rolling up the window.
It's because we're now in the
I
branded
can
van.
even button my back windows.
I used to be able to, and then we swapped over to the branded van and can't anymore.
Not
Does
got
the
any
branded
windies.
van say VESTA Girls on it?
Yes.
Oh,
And it's
remember
got
a thing we
pictures.
didn't need to see. Pictures!
And pictures.
Are you?
Aye.
Mother of all that's holy.
I look amazing.
Have you
And-
got any tits in?
And on the front is a QR code, so you can literally pass.
Fuck
Scan,
the QR code.
scan the QR code.
We're barcoding the bastards.
Oh,
Oh, kill me
to
now.
buy tickets.
Oh, kill me now.
I'm in the same dress
See
as
my
guy I'm in.
barcode? See if I had the barcode, do you know what it would say?
Reduced.
666. No, just say 666.
Best before. Got out the date tomorrow.
Yesterday.
You're no tall for a scud.
That's good. They're already out there. We're not talking about that.
Well, we did have to say mind at that gathering.
Aye.
Going to no choice, we really don't want to see it.
Aye. Yeah, that one.
Do you mind?
Sorry. So remember, pop in if you've got any questions for us.
Paul, I've been talking shite for an hour.
Yes, uh-huh.
So I'm
Do you know she said about 5 cars since I've known her?
How many of you
Because she
had?
keeps buying cherry bags.
None. Some get
And then
driven,
they're
some
cut
drive.
within 6 months. She doesn't even get the year's MOT with it.
I know.
Because that was one of the hooky MOTs, you know that one? Fuck all works, but we'll just sign it off for 50 quid.
Aye. But put some new headlights in it. It's fine.
I know. That's why you need to buy tickets to the Subzero Sequins Tour,
For the wee tourette.
right? And book it for other events so that by this time next year I can maybe afford a better, you know,
This time next year we'll be paying off the first tour.
a better branded van.
Because the sound and lighting guy, I think, is getting paid more than us. Which is fair enough, they deserve their wages.
Aye.
Who is the sounding lighting guy?
We
You're not going to be
We,
touring
we
with
can't
Matt,
guarantee it 100% tick
That
off yet.
is, the job has been offered to
Yeah, I
someone.
know.
I
No,
don't think so. The job has been offered.
DAD.
No.
no.
The job has been offered to someone.
Sunburn!
You've only got a patch up there.
The job has been offered to someone. We're just waiting on them checking their
Declining.
availability.
They're available.
And depending what they say in terms of availability, we'll see how it sounds. And maybe we'll have to go pro rata. I still want this person to do the
I
consultancy.
don't know what that
and
means.
design.
I'll just
Me
know.
neither. Sounds like I'm back in maths, pro rata,
Well,
pre-rata.
if
The
they,
only thing,
if
that's
they
not
can't
maths,
do all
that's
of it.
religious education. The only thing I remember in maths is by Pythagoras' theorem.
I said maths.
Oh, maths? I thought you said maths. See,
Get your tent student.
that's conjugalis.
no, so if you
Don't
can't do
draw your
it,
eyes off
I
me.
didn't draw my eyes off you.
I'll take my tongue up and crack your ass.
No thanks.
You should
Anyway,
enjoy it.
cheek. I should probably would.
No, you would.
Oh, God, no. Imagine with your tongue with its fully off. Oh, Christ.
So if you can't do them all, I was still
Like the
wanting him
bag
to do the design and consultancy part of it, and then, well, like pro rata. So if we need to get someone to cover for him, we'll reduce his fee slightly and give it to them. So there's 6 dates in the tour. If he only does 5 of them, he'll get 5/6 of the fee, and someone else will get a 6.
That's maths again. Something to do
E
with
equals
it.
MC
Something to do
squared.
with 5 bits of the pie. I think.
Aye, basically.
Well,
Or don't you start the day? I was working with a till from
my bits they
1990.
have
did
pie
you?
than 5, I'll tell you.
I was working with a till from 1990 that you still need to, it's just a big fuck off cast.
Oh no, a big Casio.
It's no like, it's no the big like computer one, it's like, this is the, and you get to choose, no, it's type it in individually each price. It's just a big calculator with a safe in it. You just showed me how to use it properly.
With a big equals button that shoots that door
But they
open.
just showed me how
And you need to watch because it shoots out and it kind of gives you a right whack in
Right
the
in the
midriff.
gun.
Right in the
Aye.
midriff.
But they just showed me till halfway through the shift how to use it properly, so it was like, you need to calculate how all this adds up and put the actual price in so it goes through the till, and I'm dyslexic. I can't do 450, 350, 250, 150, 250, 450 on the one go and try and fucking...
And see when they say, I'll give you the 6. You
But
go,
can I pay the rest of the...
Five.
what? 6 what?
It's when you've just worked out the change and then they give you the extra and you're like, no!
I've got the
And then
five.
your brain goes into like Z's and zeros and you're like, I don't know what I'm doing.
It
That's why I don't work until I just phone head office and shout.
It got to a point where we just started giving people the same amount back. £20, there you go, £5.50. £2.
Have you got to do that thing? 10 in!
No.
Oh, I'd want to do that. I'd stipulate that. If I take this job, I've got to shout 10 in.
Right, so tell you what, why don't you come and do the box office forever tour, just so you can sit there going, £20 going in! You can sell the merch and all that.
She thinks somebody's going to pay £20 for some shitey t-shirt with her face on it. Mind you, it wouldn't be a t-shirt. It'd be the double bedspread with her picture on it. Wrap yourself in Effie.
You can actually get there.
Gonna know. It was just a joke. Don't even think of it. She's gonna come out with fucking.
No, I'm very
bedspreads.
tempted to get one of those candles with Jay McDonald with my face on it.
Mother of God. Gonna make sure you filtered that son.
Just for myself. Oh, Filter is a Queen's best friend.
Never filtered anything. Filtered.
Filtered.
I've only had the one.
I know.
Do you know what it is? It's this big blonde corset that's
I thought you were in oh, you're mitten Kate now?
it's pushing all the
Don't worry, we didn't
all
know
the,
that, man.
the drink. Oh right, okay. Cheap cups.
Bring your own next time. I actually bought his straws, you know, the silicone straws, I forgot to bring them.
Oh no, she'll try and put it down her tits.
But they'll be there for us going back to Manchester when the three of us go to Blackpool.
So why don't we see who we're going to go and see in Blackpool?
I've already said it.
Terry
And
McLean.
we went to more
Miss DQ.
depth.
What?
Miss DQ.
No, we saw it in Edinburgh.
Miss DQ. Well, by the way, can I just say, Miss DQ, the only dwarf
I
drag
want to
queen,
pour right in front of people. Right across
the
table.
only dwarf drag queen in the
No,
UK.
No, the first
No.
dwarf drag queen, because
Oh,
there is
the
other ones.
first, is there another one now? Oh,
Because
right.
I done part with a bio drag queen who was a dwarf.
The
Because
gig
they
in
were-
Manchester that we are going to, that I'm doing at the end of July.
Have you told her yet?
Oh, no, I'll tell you later.
Do I need to know something?
I will tell you later.
Is that a problem?
No problem. My dyslexic kicked in, but we'll tell you later.
What's she done?
Never mind, carry on.
It's nothing deadly serious. at the moment.
So, I'm on at 7 p.m.
That's nice.
and I'm on before Miss DQ.
That's nice.
I'm warming them up.
Are we like Shrek, isn't it? You've got the dwarf
She's
and the...
not coming, is she?
No, not that. But I done panto, funnily enough, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs with a bio queen who does drag.
What's that about?
A woman who does drag. A biological woman who does drag.
That's just a woman with a
Wait.
frock on.
But we're not allowed to say that about Queen anymore. We're not to say that either.
Drag performer, drag artiste.
That she's no under. Don't
Don't-
even
don't-
start.
And do you know the
Don't-
funny part?
Don't even start me! Can you
Join.
put this lemon and lime flavoured drink down?
Right.
Because I don't want to get done by Nesta.
The funny part was, in panto, she was playing one of the Seven Dwarfs, and she bought herself a dog,
You could play 6 at the 7 dollars.
and she bought a chihuahua. Now, I've never seen anything funner in my life
Oh, am I not?
than this little person with a chihuahua.
What?
The little person with a chihuahua.
It was a Great Dane. That's funny. The wee woman that used to work in the arcade downstairs, she wasn't a little person, she was just short. Used to have to walk the big dog of the owners. And the dog sort of come up to her shoulder.
The dog took her a walk, is what you were trying to say there.
The dog come up to her shoulder. It was like walking a girl on the knee. It was like someone walking a pony.
I've been practising for one of my numbers.
Have you?
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
Right.
Damn right.
It's better than yours. I'll teach you.
Was there a point?
Right, no, I'm just saying I was
Oh, right,
practising.
okay.
I was practising my milkshake, but I didn't
She's
want to
getting
cuddle
modern,
it.
you know that song came out in like 2020.
It was a milkshake, and I thought you better stroke because you're not wanting cuddled cheese by the time you get there, you know.
So that's quite fun because every time she walks, I bring shakes.
I'm no her. So you've mistook me for her.
There's a difference.
Mind you, I make shake, but she shuggles.
Do you notice how they bully me, my bonny bairns? So if you think I'm being victimised, pop £20 in PayPal.me / the VESTA Girls.
You better
If you don't, if you don't think,
can't count and give fractions.
if you don't,
20!
Have we got any more topic? Because there's only 6
if you don't think I'm being victimised, pop in 50.
Remember that time we were doing a live and we told her if she says how many viewers there was one more time we were going to punch her cunt right in.
Aye.
Well, the fact that we've turned up with no topics, and I think we've wrapped up with the one topic with like
Listen,
nearly an hour and 55.
listen. Can I just say, I'm booked for my abilities and my chit chat. I'm not booked to moderate shite, right? Kay Adams over here should have come up with fucking topics. And I gave you a topic.
Did you?
I stoked my milkshake for cuddling.
How's that a topic?
Oh, it's a topic to me. Oh, it's right.
Like, was that a clue that we detailed what
And
numbers
I'll
you
tell
gave
you,
it?
if I don't fucking stop eating, I'll no need a fat suit today. Milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
Well, that's a fact that you're wearing in that video. I was surprised. I thought it was you.
I'm going to picture.
Put the corset on.
What you just done was in the closet.
Well, we tell the
You-
folk that why your legs up there.
You were up with the
Because seeing that froke, she goes out and forgets to come back in again. But that's none of my business.
Okay, I'm larger than I thought I
Give me a
was.
flash.
Larger than you thought you were.
But I am not. I don't
Nearly
go.
blocked that spotlight out.
Oh, fuck, it's an 8
And she's got the cheek to kick out of the Diet Coke that she's not been drinking.
It's an 8 flooring. I'm not. It didn't go out and then.
No, that's out and forgetting to come back in again. Because there's a bit bulging out that split, but we'll not mention that. No,
Fuck
not
off.
live.
Fuck off.
They're often each other.
No, they're off I mean to me. That's what it is. They're off I mean to me.
It's always woe is me.
Have you had any comments, questions?
Fuck off, Emma.
What she said.
Of
I'm marvellous. Should be right.
Of course no.
course no. No, Rebecca.
You don't say
Excuse
what?
me. I told you I was having a flush.
So Jackie, tell the
I
people
thought it would be my mouth shut.
where can the people see you in person rather than through their telly boxes?
Well,
Coming up.
I have a residency, unlike these two. They've got a mini Tourette, and that's why they're going places. They're trying to.
Yes, you hear that?
Fill
We are
the
going
diary.
places and she's stagnant.
Well,
So where's the new residency?
see, going places. Hatwed bus tea, but
Where's the new residency?
it's not a new residency. It is a residency in the Speakeasy.
Oh,
Every Sunday from 9 till midnight? Midnight till 1?
When it opens
When it opens? So 9 till
in
it closes?
September or something. I don't know.
anything else?
Yes, I'll be in Manchester at the end of July.
No, you won't. You'll be in Oldham.
Well, that's Manchester.
It's Greater Manchester.
It's still Manchester. Listen,
Fair enough.
Listen. I'll be in Oldham that's still in Manchester. Yous are going to Govan in Bells Hill.
And Manchester, Liverpool, right in the centre of the gay district, and Blackpool, right in the centre of the gay district. Okay, it's the Cardiff Club, it's right in the centre.
Can I tell you something else? The only be the other ones.
Not necessarily, because one of them's a request. And that's
A
why that
return booking? Is it a return booking?
not a return.
And will they be writing your name in the 3 different colours of chalk?
No, because I've put a new site, a new light up sign on with my name.
It's lighty up.
I was fucking reading the new sign to him, but never mind.
So I'll be back in the speakeasy, and I'm quite happy just
Are you
to
sure about that?
just to have the 1 week part-time job. How have you got something else? I don't know.
No. No, but have you any other shows coming up for them? So just when are you in Oldham?
Just the 22nd of July, is it? Yes, it's the 22nd.
The 22nd of July?
Saturday the 22nd, and it's part of the
Oldham
Oldham Pride.
That's it. So book your tickets to see that and book your wee hotels.
What's the name of the bar?
George and Dragon?
It is the Sherry Shop. That is the George and Dragon. That's in the London.
Oh,
So
no.
Sherry Shop.
Well,
Well, No,
for
you
you to say.
just as part
The
of Oldham
Sherry
Pride.
Shop in Glitter
Just part of
Palace.
Oldham Pride.
And it's the George Tavern, 42 George Street, Oldham.
You can book your tickets on their Facebook page.
I don't think it's tickets. I think it's just
Turn up.
it's part of the Pride. So
Just
it's
turn
a
up.
free event. So you turn up. Remember and ask Miss Cherry Fox if you can book your table, because she will just sling you right back up that cat road.
So there you go, that's how you can catch her.
So if you'd like to see Jackie, pop along to Oldham Pride for that.
Yes, I'll be on at 7 p.m.
Off
And
by
by
7:15.
And by 7:46 I'll be pushed.
I will be.
You will not be.
I'll be.
Because you'll be setting me up.
Oh, good. Can I watch and enjoy then?
And
Well, enjoy
if
the
you
strong
want,
match.
but by the way, there's one outfit that's a fucking bugger. It might take 2 years. Cheryl can
Is
do it
that your
herself.
corset?
No, I can do that myself. Cheryl,
Is it you pull this way, you pull that way, and you get someone else sort of quickly zipping up the middle?
well, no, it's all about. I've got to throw a thing under my legs, and you've got to catch it the other side.
Oh, it's a bodysuit.
And I literally have to throw it through to catch it the other side. And then I tie it in a bow either side, but we'll not go there either. It's a very complicated gusset if you don't wear specs.
That's fine, you're busy that night anyway, but it doesn't matter. So is that all the things you have currently coming up? I'm sure your diary will be bursting at the seams shortly once people know exactly
I'll
what's
be
happening.
fit to bust. Well, the thing is, I haven't booked anything, to be fair, because I feel that wee nippy sturgeon's just going to shut us all down again.
Aye. No, like, what?
She's good for nothing,
one-
nippy sturgeon.
one
We
time-
cranky will be shut us back in. So,
See, next time we get a woman in Parliament, can we please make her not dressed like a lesbian?
I don't think she, well, to be
I'm
fair,
happy
I don't
Sure,
think
the
that's a
shortcut.
fair. I don't think that's a fair comment to make.
Neither
And
do
I also
I.
don't think you wouldn't make that comment if it was a man as first minister. So why is it appropriate to make that comment when it's a
and
woman?
I'll give you an example of that. In work, we were in the office and we were doing about what we were doing, and one of the office women went, "I seen that sturgeon on the telly." I says, "Oh, did you?" I says, "What was she saying?" "I don't know, but I don't like the trouser suits that they've got her in." I says, "Aye, but what was she saying?" "Oh, I don't know, but I didn't like the colour."
No, I don't like.
No, can I just say, what she had on is completely immaterial, because see, if Boris Johnson stands up, you don't say, "I don't like that grey suit he's got on."
I do. I think his hair's a right and he should wear a suit
Aye,
that fits.
but it's a completely different thing. Women are judged on how they look, and you done it.
No, I think you should wear an appropriate. I just think they're all dressed the same. All men and women in Parliament dress the same.
I
They're
don't
dressed like
think-
robots.
But can I just say,
A bit of individuality.
right, so individuality,
She wore
right?
the same suit as
So-
my teacher wore.
She's a politician.
She wore business wear.
She's a politician in business on the telly. She can't be worrying if her tits are going to be out, if she's got to pull that up, if she's got to bring that forward. She needs to wear something. She puts on, she buttons up, and it's done. You don't think about it, because she's got the running of the country to think about.
I appreciate the point that you're making of that you feel that the female politicians that we currently see
Get judged on
look
what
like
they wear.
look a bit dowdy. But
I don't
does-
think she looks down.
does that affect the job that
No,
we're
it doesn't.
doing.
It doesn't.
And
but
is it that
No,
we
but then
just...
can they turn up in tracksuits? Because that doesn't offend the job they're doing, but is that appropriate for the job?
it's not appropriate.
So what does it matter? But
They
if
need
it-
to wear business wear,
but it
and she's
doesn't
wearing
matter 'cause
business
it
wear.
doesn't affect her job.
But you wouldn't have said, you wouldn't make the comment,
she turned
can a
up-
man come and look a bit better? Whether the man comes up looking scruffy in a suit or dash in a suit,
It's still a suit.
no
and
one would
that's
make
it.
the comment of how they look, because that's just a man running the country. But as soon as it's a female running the country, leading a party, or just being
They're
a
no
member of
listening.
parliament,
They're no listening to what that female politician's actually saying, because they're going, "Oh, I don't think you suit that colour hen. No, no, no. I don't like that suit they've got you in."
No,
I don't like
we
these
cannot
shoes.
all deny that we've all thought about somebody's wearing the way they're wearing somebody's wearing something.
Aye, but I've still listened to what they were saying.
Oh, aye, lockdown number 4, lockdown number 5.
So we need to get a balance there. We need to stop looking for negatives and stop saying what are they wearing. Oh, I didn't like that. Didn't like that. Listen to what they're saying, because they could be telling you something that you really need to know.
It could be.
You're locked in again.
Exactly.
And see, if I read something on Facebook and it's got the words "wee, nippy and cranky" in it, I stop reading it because I'm not interested. They've lost the game.
aye.
The game has been lost.
But to be fair, you tried to be funny, even though it's not your view.
Aye, but
But made those comments here, so have made that sound appropriate. No, so I'm not going to say appropriate, because we do not say things that are necessarily appropriate. But
I've never said anything inappropriate.
but you know what I mean. So we kind of sit on here and call her wee nippy or cranky, and then turn and say, if you're writing that on your Facebook wall, we're going to scroll past and not read it. Right.
I see where you're going with that, but I'm a supporter of her. I said that as a this is what people
No,
say.
I understand
This
that,
is
but I
what
think
they
we also
should.
need to be careful about.
So the minute I see that, and they might have like a fully legitimate, valid point, but they've lost the game.
Yeah, but once you say that,
They've lost the
it
game.
literally becomes.
Tell me the valid point without the nippy, because it's like us. It's like me who doesn't like the Tories, and I'll never understand anybody that's Scottish like the Tory, but that's none of my business. But it's like me saying Ruth the Myth. Whatever I'm going to say after that, I've lost.
And
And people
lost the
don't
argument
shouldn't
because-
even take. Aye. So
All I say, if you go into Facebook for your politics, you're going the wrong place.
well, that's very true. Especially if it's
Who
under.
gives a fuck what you think on Facebook?
Especially if it's under.
Watch
the
the
Daily
news,
Record.
read the articles, if that's what you care about. But
Yeah, but that's where most people make their decision in terms of politics, is on social media, because it's talking to their peers, and bearing in mind,
I'm just saying, don't go to Facebook for your
n-
politics.
Do you know what else makes me
newspapers
laugh?
and news channels
Do you know what else makes me laugh?
are biased, as impartial they are, there is bias
From
and...
both sides, right? When
Yeah.
people say that it is nobody on my Facebook that thinks that this is a good idea. Well, obviously, because on your Facebook you're going to have like-minded people, whether they be SNP, Tory, arseholes, wankers, nice people, you're going to have like-minded. I mean, I've got used to it, but I'm just being nice. So, you know what I mean? It's just, you're going to have the people, so let's just know this is why I don't wear this. Because it goes in my face. This is why I don't wear this. And I cut it too short. That's not for lie. But we need to stop saying, I don't like these suits that she's going. Unless, when the next question is, so what did she say? If you can tell them what she said and still say I don't like the suit, then fair dues. But if you went, I didn't really listen to her. It's like when you sit in the morning and you're sitting there and you're eating your roll and egg and the yolks are doing you, and your hair's a Madonna's fan, and you're sitting going, Lorraine, what have they got you in the day, hen? Oh no, you don't suit that. No. And Lorraine always gets a bit mumsy, doesn't she? And she forgets who she is. Like she's a plastic surgeon on behind her, and she's a wee bit nervous. You can tell she's sitting at the edge of her seat, right? And he's like that. She's like that. So basically, what you're saying is that liposuction just means that other factors get souped too, and he's like that behind her. I'm sorry, souped. Souped, is that some sort of a Celtic word? And she's like, oh, I'm sorry. I meant souped out. And you're like, Lorraine, come on, wrap it. Or she brings on a supermodel, right? And I mean, the supermodel's there, 6 feet, beautiful, unblemished skin. And instead of just saying, oh, here's a supermodel, she goes, my God, look at you, you're beautiful, so yeah, look at you, you're marvellous. And you think, Lorraine, she doesn't even know what you're saying. She's like, oh, wait a minute. Who's a midget? And why is she talking in Croatian?
You say small person.
Why? You meant no one to say that, but you know what I mean? And you think, Lorraine, come on. And sometimes you sit there mesmerised because you're tired and you're going, really, Lorraine? I never knew that about blush. And you think, oh, I need to get out of here. I need to go back to my bed.
Say that Lorraine, her daughter's got a new podcast that you could listen to.
Do you know, I seen a wee clip that they were on the
Gogglebox.
Gogglebox, and I thought, and she was opening a
cork.
She was opening a cork, and she was using like really Scottish words, and the daughter was speaking English, and she still understood her. That's funny, isn't it?
Well, Lorraine's from Dundee, and her
Say it,
daughter.
don't spray it, hen.
Her daughter's.
People saw it.
Lorraine's from Dundee, and her daughter's
Oh,
English.
is she? Oh, she doesn't talk with that twang.
But she left very early.
She doesn't talk about the
Just
time,
a
but
bit.
she does mention it quite a lot.
Lorraine's from
does
Dundee, her daughter's
See, I
English.
don't watch it because I'm always
And studied
working.
in
I didn't
Japan.
realise how long we have been doing this.
How long have we been doing
Well, it's
that?
now 10:15.
Is it? We'll get the people to fuck.
I couldn't get because we've talked about.
I thought she was going to say something else. I was going to batter her after that.
Yeah, so I think it's about time we wrap this up. We'll be back eventually. We'll let you know on the Facebook.
Yes.
As we now sort of like
I'll be back to patronise you at some point.
reshuffle our schedules.
But I think what's happening is the world is moving and everybody's out and about because they've got a wee bit more freedom. So the lives are going to peter out, and they're going to peter out with everybody.
Like, we're both know it's going to happen. I'm very cautious of not just going, oh, we're open, let's stop. But
No, I don't think we should stop, and we won't stop because the people need me to tell them how stupid they are.
I think it is a case of is coming back together and looking and seeing how regular are we doing them, when are we doing them, and what's the best way going forward. Because there's no point in going, oh, everything's open now, fuck it, let's just stop.
No, I think we should do it
Because
when
there
we
is
can,
people
when we can, or when we've got something to say. Do we agree?
Yes.
Yes, but I would like some sort of regularity.
Like once or twice a
Regular.
month.
Well,
should be enough
my
after.
periods have never been regular, so I
But
can't talk
like,
about
even
regularity.
so it doesn't become a case of
How's your periods?
they're on or they're not
I
on.
think I'm due on.
Anyway, we'll be in contact.
Has anybody seen the new advert for Bodyform? Anybody seen it? No.
What's body for
The towels.
Oh no.
Do you remember it? Wow, Bodyform for you. Well, they've scrapped that song.
Right.
They've scrapped it together, and now there's a woman. She comes in, right, and she's got a suit on and all that, right, and she's quite professional. And she's got the whiteboard behind her, and she goes like that. I'm the chief designer here at Bodyform, and I have been designing a new compact towel for the women of today. And I think, not make it curved, because women are curved. And I thought, why not make it twisted?
Because I'm not twisted. I
So
never
on
got my
that note,
Aye. On you go.
what was that you were saying behind that
Oh,
COVID
fucking
cough?
morning. Is that a comment? Or the
No, it's fine. How long are you thinking of that one?
Oh no, I've had that for years.
Yeah, I'm like, that is all like.
I just come in at the right
like-
time when I said period there, I thought,
I thought we were going to do tap, or should go into the Lola Savage joke.
no, I did an original one.
We may not
I
be the
don't
best.
copy people.
But we're up there. So anyway, we'll be back shortly. Keep a lookout on the Not So Straight Talk Facebook page or the VESTA Girls Facebook.
Name could be changing
all that.
eminently.
It could be. It could be. But keep a lookout on the Not So Straight, currently Not So Straight Talk's Facebook page, VESTA Girls Facebook page, of when we'll be coming back, just having a chat and a carry on.
You better put money in it because I want 3 bigs for going to Manchester, not just 2.
So if you have enjoyed yourself, you can tip us at paypal.me/VESTA Girls.
And she's needing after sun. And she's needing an industrial corset.
I hope
Or
you're all.
liposuction.
You can shut up so I can do this fucking outro, and then we can.
Liposuction
Thank you for
just means
watching.
that the
Stay
back's
tuned.
obviously-
keep your eye on all our Facebook pages, Not So Straight Talk, the VESTA Girls and Jackie G and Auntie Effie and Nomi Divine.
I've lost the spot.
We'll keep you updated on our tour on Not So Straight Talk and
Correct.
everything coming up to the future. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching.
Chatty bye.
Bye. Bye, driver.